We're dealing with two big things in the world right now, coronavirus and racism. You can only eradicate one, coronavirus or racism. Which one do you pick and why?
Racism. Because science will handle the coronavirus eventually. You got to get rid of the racism, bro. That's a no-brainer. Yo, pandemics come and go over the years. They had the Spanish flu in what, 1918?
18.
Pandemics have been coming and going throughout history, bro. Yo, the racism has been steady all along. Get rid of the racism. That's easy. Ain't even nothing to think about.
It was.
You know, because look, my thing is no racism. Put the mask on. No racism. Okay, now let's deal. You know, then we move from there. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. Everything that is in my mind, you know, for me, it's a science issue. At some point, it will get fixed. People, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to LL Cool J, interviews, news, and more happen here. 6 p.m. every day. This week, we got Dr. Oz, Dougie Fresh, Chuck D, and more. So make sure you follow me, hit the notification button so you know who's coming on the show. Back to LL. Final thing I want to talk about, your hits, your timeline. Like, I sat down and I was on the phone. Me and Snoop Dogg were on the phone, and we were talking about Versuz. And I said, well, who did they put you up against? And one of the names was LL. And he said, as soon as they said your name, he was saying, no, man, not me. I had a conversation with Kid Capri, and we were putting all the verses together, and we were picking people. Mobb Deep versus Cam, Dipset, and this person. And when we got to your name, there was no one that had as many records. There was no one that had more longevity and more hits. And we were saying, but he could give you I Need a Beat from here. He could give you Hey Lover from here. He could give you Headsprung from over there. Jingling Baby, Love Me, Fatty Girl, doing Backseat of My Jeep, plastic cookies in a bag with fucking ice cream. Like he could give you everything. And the funny thing was, you've done so much. So when I went to Swiss Beats and told them, Snoop said the same thing, and Kid Capri said the same thing. You shouldn't have a Versuz. Nobody won't want no piece of you. Nobody wants no part of you whatsoever. We should just give you your own hour, let you play 50 songs that you like, and you go back in your house and in your gym and leave you the fuck alone, because nobody wants that kind of smoke.
I mean, listen, man. Look, you know, that part of it, look, I ain't never going, you know, I'm not going to jump in my cocky bag like that. I think there's a lot of dudes that got a lot of hits, but listen, you know, if the right person call me out, I'm open to it. It's just got to be the right person. You know what I'm saying? If we can just, you know, make it major and do some numbers and make it crazy, I'll do it. It could be fire. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I appreciate the love. Look, one thing about me, I think the fans and the people have given me love, you know, throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? I feel very much embraced by the community. I feel like people have always, you know, held me in high regard. I love the way the idea of being the GOAT spread. I know that, you know, a lot of people kind of, it took on a life of its own. But it feels good every time I hear somebody call somebody the GOAT, whether it's me or not. You know, it like, I know, because I know what type of influence I had on the culture. And so I'm grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, B. It's all good.
Al, let me explain something to you, sir. I'm going to walk you through this before I get you out the door. I need a beat. Can't live without my radio. Lounging. Who do you love? Hey Lover. Headsprung. Big old butt. Gap freestyle. Don't think that we forgot about Gap freestyle. Mama said, no, that would be, because you threw that FUBU in there and on the low, we all caught that.
Yeah.
Mama said, knock you out. Around the Way Girl. Going back to Cali. Jingling Baby. I Love You Better. Fatty Girl. Doing it. Backseat of My Jeep. 4321 with Redman DMX Cannabis. Break the Door. Booming System. I'm Bad. Listen, even the record with me. Welcome to the Party. Me, LL, and Snoop. Like, there's too much. There's too much, man. It's too much. And when I was studying you, because I studied for this interview, I said, let me go back and just, you know, I know all of it. I was there. I looked at the first video, I'm Bad. Was I'm Bad the first video? Or
yeah, it's my first video, yep. My first visual was Crush Groove with radio, but my first video was I'm Bad.
I went back and looked at that video, and that was one of my favorite videos. At that time, I was no Fat Man Scoop. I was a guy looking up to you, and every time you did an album, I ripped my rap book up and kept it moving. I didn't realize that you used to dance. Your performance was amazing. I even noticed the dude walking in the background while you were performing. I don't know if you remember that. I saw everything. And you were giving out anti-drug flyers in the video. That's why they kidnapped the girl.
Yeah.
Rap used to be positive. Where did it, what happened?
Well, you know what it is, man? I think it's not that, it just, you know, art imitates life, man. And, you know, we had that crack epidemic and, you know, the streets turned a certain direction and a lot of things happened and, you know, it found its way into the lyrics. So I wouldn't necessarily call it negative. I would just say that a lot of the artists, it really started reflecting what was going on in the hood. You know, me, I always kind of wanted to escape it. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of like would try to figure out a way to get away from that because I felt like, because my life was so rough coming up that I just didn't even want to talk about a lot of that stuff. Like, you know, I mean, there was times when I was, you know, if we had food in the refrigerator, I would open the refrigerator up and sit there and stare at it for 10 minutes. My mother would come and say, close the refrigerator, the food's going to spoil. Because I was just so amazed that we had food in there. All right? So, you know, for me, I was just trying to avoid it. I was trying to get away from it. Whereas a lot of people embrace their life and embrace the hood. You know what I mean? When I say the hood, I'm talking about the things that went on. You know what I mean? I always embraced the spirit of it in our people, but I tried to escape the madness. You know what I mean? So I think that the positivity is there. I just think that more people started bringing reality to it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Rightfully so. I think an artist should be free to talk about what they want to talk about. Like just like the freestyle I did on the Black Lives Matter thing, like that's a freestyle where it's really reflective of, it really reflects what's going on right now and what's happening in our world, and you can relate to it on that level. Like, now let's look at it. Now, what if I did a song right now that was totally the opposite of that? You know, a lot of times I would do that. I would try to get away from those things and didn't want to face, you know, a lot of those brutal realities, because it was just so, you know, especially as a kid, it was depressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was like, it was just depressing to just be, you know, talking about certain shit because it's so hard. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times people would hear my records and they'd be like, why would he make a silly song like that? Or why would he make some crazy record like why would he do a Pink Cookies? Why would he do, you know, why would he do that when all this real shit is going on? But what they're not realizing is you're talking to a dude that's seen so much that he don't even want to talk about that.
Right.
Because,
right.
you know, I've been in situations where dudes was, you know, dropping loaded 9mm on the floor just to get a reaction. Right. You know what I mean? Just to see what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like, I've been in some crazy scenarios. So it's like, that's why I kind of was like that. And that's why my music has always been so kind of different. You know what I mean? And I do so many different things because of that.
2 final questions. But before I get to that, the last question, once LL leaves us, we're going to go to the question of the day, which is having sex worth the risk of getting coronavirus to you? Why not? I got to get it out.
The answer is no.
Talk about.
The answer is no.
Right after you leave, we're going to talk about, is having sex worth the risk of getting coronavirus to you? Why or why not? Because a lot of people are in a place where they're getting freaky and they're ready to go, and people want head badly. You live with your wife, sir. There are people like me that my girlfriend is in Dallas, Texas, man. Mm-hmm. Nothing's happening to me.
It's kind of like this. I'll put it to you like this, Scoop. What if you could push a button, right? And that button, when you push that button, for 20 minutes, you're going to have the best feeling of your life. But then at the end, when 20 minutes is up, a piano's going to fall on your head. Would you push that button?
I'm no good for the pianos. I'm no good. I'm no good.
Would you push that button? Like, yo, bing. Oh, I feel so amazing. Oh, my God. I'm talking about some type of out-of-body experience, the most amazing feeling ever. But you know, 20 minutes, when 20 minutes is up, a piano going to hit you dead in your head. Like, would you push that button?
No, so basically what you're saying is, sir, I live with my wife. You keep masturbating. Okay, I got that. I'm with that.
And mind you, you know, 20 minutes, you know, not so long, but you know, I didn't want to, you know, overdo it. You know what I mean?
I'll go without the piano on my head. 2 final questions, man. You used to be like, No, rapper could rap quite like I can. I take a muscle down, man, and put his head in the sand.
Yeah.
And then you went to lounging and
Yeah.
hey lover kind of rap style. When did you make the decision to change from Mama Said Knock You Out to the smooth style?
Well, what people don't realize is that wasn't only just a creative decision. A lot of that had to do with the way radio worked in those days. I didn't come up, selling records out of the trunk or come up like, pressing up my own things and doing it through the community, right? So we were used to using radio as a way to get our music heard by the masses. But radio really wouldn't play the harder records.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They would not play it. So what was happening is, as I was doing my music, I'd have all of these hard records and radio would pluck out the one R&B leaning or one softer sounding record. And so after a while, you start realizing, okay, this is what they want. So you start creating records with that vibe to get that airplay so that you could get people would hear it. And then when they go to the album, hopefully they'd hear the Ashachas and they'd hear the Ill Bombs and they'd hear, the rest of the records. But that was just, just a way to get in the door. To be honest with you, that was like dress code.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was just like dress code, B. It wasn't that, it ain't like I can't make rough records all day long. But, that was the dress code at the time, you know what I'm saying, to get in the door. And I needed to get in the door. You know what I mean? So I did what I had to do. Hip hop wasn't like it is today. When I started, they didn't even play rap music in the daytime.
No.
People watching this right now, even the people that are my age or your age, can't even imagine a world where hip hop ain't playing in the daytime. They're like, what is that? They don't even know, like, they can't even fathom what that is. But hip hop didn't even play on the radio in the daytime. It was on at night, on the weekend. And if you did get a hip hop record, in during the daytime, it was a certain type of song. You know what I mean? And it was, like Around the Way Girl wasn't a hit right away. Around the Way Girl sat around for maybe, I want to say 4.5, almost 5 months before it started heating up. It took that long to convince the radio stations to play Around the Way Girl.
Nah,
I'm telling you, it was 4.5 to 5 months. But once it got, Mama Said Knock You Out. Mama Said Knock You Out didn't get a lot of airplay. But Mama Said Knock You Out got popular over the years. So people think it's a real famous song now, but when it came out, it hardly got any airplay. They wouldn't even play it. That's what people don't realize. So, like I came out at the time, like I was nominated for 11 Grammys. I got 2.
The time.
It was the times. It's the times.
The times.
It's the times. You know what I mean?
And I agree with you because just a little tidbit on me. I was a radio DJ on the first station that ever played hip hop 24 hours a day, and that's Hot 97. And I started there right after Funkmaster Flex. And Flex is the one who started at night at that radio station, broke it in, and then they said, wait up, hold on, we have something here. And then they went to a 24-hour format, and that's when radio started playing hip-hop 24 hours a day. It became a format, and here we are today. Final question. Everybody asks this all the time. How do you look? How have you been looking 26 years old for the last 30 years?
Hey, yo, you see where I'm at? As soon as we finish, I'm right in the gym, baby. You got to be in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then get you a ring light. You know what I mean? But go to the gym, work out. And that's what I do, man. I get in the gym, B. I stay hard. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the gym. And that's it. You just got, and then, black man, B. You know what I mean? Black don't crack. You know what I mean?
Yes, that part. But the
black
day
man, it is what it is. I don't want y'all treating me different. If I wake up tomorrow and I'm, give your man love. You know what I mean? Don't be fronting on me and all that. You know what I mean?
That ain't gonna happen. The day that I went to the studio with you to do the record, you had pizza, and I looked at you like you had 38 heads. I was yo, what the fuck is that? That's for me.
Listen,
like,
listen.
Every once in a while, I'll do it.
Listen, man. I have a few ways I eat. Right when I'm getting ready if I'm training for a video, or if I'm training for a role, I go hard, shred out, diet down, squeeze the water out and do all that. You know what I'm saying? But I give myself between 12 and 15 pounds to fluctuate. So I'm not going to drive myself insane. You know what I mean? If I want to eat a little cookie or a little pie, I'm going to eat me a little pie and, you know what I mean, a little ice cream. I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people see me, you know what I mean? I ain't razor thin right now, but I'm not fat either. I'm in a good place. You know what I'm saying? I'm in within striking distance of whatever I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm about 250 right now. My weight, I'm good. I'm feeling good. Vibe is right. My body is right. I feel tight. You know what I'm saying? If I need to string bean out, then we'll string bean out. But right now, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good.
Wait, hold on. You're 250?
Yeah.
Sir, and I'm going to leave you on this note. During the coronavirus, I went from 305 pounds to 260. You are telling me that I'm only 10 pounds away from you, yet I don't look like that.
Well, so you know, look, I feel good, man. You know.
Yeah, just tell me I'm
you crazy.
horrible,
You crazy.
I love
configuration, B. It's like how you arrange the furniture in the room and all that. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, sir.
You know?
I love you. I want to thank you for coming through, man. And again, if there's anything I can do for you, I'm a phone call away. I love you, man.
Yo, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Salute to everybody who watched. And let's keep it moving, man. Good things to come, baby. The best is yet to come, all right?
God bless, man. God bless.
Salute, my dude.
Be safe.
Salute.
Fatman Scoop.